Okay, it is Thursday, January 16th. Let's talk to our hospital. So we got like more slow going with Kai and Trina. She goes to see him at the hospital because he got hurt in the game. After like going back and forth with David, like, oh, I can't go see him. She's like, just go. Um, because of his shoulder injury, he can't go into the NFL draft this year, so he doesn't have to worry about like choosing school or professional football. So he's going to be on campus for the next year, and they're going to continue their story. That was it. They weren't doing much. Um, we got more movement on the whole Geo is Dante and Brooklyn's love child, which the way they're just like completely re like retconning the whole Brooklyn and Dante now, like well, first off, the whole they were at camp together, which Dante is much older than Brooklyn. Whatever. We saw when she was born on the show, and Dante was like way alive by then because Olivia was a teen mom. Because now Cody's like, oh, because they were talking about Dante and Lulu and how like Dante likes women who are like feisty that lead him on, like not lead him on, like lead him around, like whatever. It's like, oh, that's Lulu, that's Sam, that was Brooklyn, and I'm like, oh god, it was not. Now it's not just like, oh, they were like two horny teens at summer camp. Now it was like a whole thing. Okay, whatever. And Cody's all like twisted up about the fact that he lost all that money. And then Selena Wu showed up. And I was so happy to see Selena Wu. We also got to see Geo a lot. A lot of scenes with Geo hanging around Cody, I guess, because like I said, all the kids are gone. So who's Geo gonna gossip with? He's gotta help out Cody, who's hungover because he lost all that money. But it's more like to show, look, here's Geo right there, while Cody was reminding Dante about his like summer fling or romance with Brooklyn. Meanwhile, Brooklyn and Chase are at the hospital, and they're getting tested about for the fertility. And Brooklyn goes to see that one doctor who seems to be there to give bad news to all the women who have babies on the show. Every time she shows up, I'm like, oh god, this is not gonna be good. And she tells her, oh, I was pregnant, I carried to term. Da 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 da, Geo. So we're going there. My only qualm about the like reveal of Geo to be is Rocco, because right now he's getting pushed aside for Charlotte. Lou's gotta find Charlotte. Lou's gotta find Charlotte. And now he's gonna get pushed aside for Geo. I was like, poor Rocco, you can't catch a break, can you? And then I'm not even gonna dwell on this that long because I'm not really here for it. It's Tracy and Carly, and it's just like all this stuff, where Tracy's just like getting into Carly's face about like, you ruined this family's life when you came to town. You ruined Monica's life when you came to town. And I'm like, one, Carly and Monica kind of squashed it when Jason and Carly got married. Two, I understand why it wasn't Monica having these scenes, but these scenes would only have made sense if it was Monica. Because like, Tracy, why do you care? Why are you like? Yes, I like when she's like feisty for Quartermaines, but it's just like, now you're going back to like, oh shit, now. Like it reminded me of like Drew going, oh Tracy, you and this to Edward, and oh Ned, you slept with like, why are we talking about this old shit now? That's already been dealt with. Like, it's been squashed. It's been done with. And for Trace to be like worked up over this, like, you ruined mine, like whatever. Like, and also if we're gonna get into it, the Jason, because it's all about Jason and AJ. The Jason and AJ relationship was rocky before Carly stepped foot into town. Don't forget, AJ caused the accident that turned Jason Quartermaine into Jason Morgan. Don't forget, the family always put down AJ, including Tracy, and compared him to the golden god that was Jason, which was extra bad because AJ was the legitimate child of Alan and Monica. Jason and Drew are Alan's like illegitimate children with Susan Moore. And I watched all this. I watched how that family treated these boys together. And I watched how when Jason had his accident and he went off because they all wanted him to be Jason Quartermain, and he's like, I'm not Jason Quartermain. And the only people that were like chill about it were Emily and Lila, the only ones that like gave him space to be himself, while they all wanted him to be someone else. And that's why he ran to first Sonny, because it wasn't Carly, ran to Sonny, who let him be himself, whatever it was, and then Carly, who did not know him as Jason Quartermain, who accepted him as a whole nother person because she didn't know there was something wrong with him. So this whole like, you ruined this family. I'm like, get out of here. Quartermain's ruined themselves on their own. And now's not the time to have this old beef come up. Because if we think about it, legally, Carly has the rights to those kids. When she's like, you should go tell Monica. Let Carly tell Monica. She won't because, whatever. But it's like, legally, Carly has the legal rights to those kids. She can go up there and get those damn kids if she wanted to. I don't like them making it Tracy versus Carly versus Willow. When it should be Tracy and Carly versus Willow. Or it should just be Carly versus Willow. Like, Tracy, like, being so much in the mix is like, it's not helping. Where I understand what she told Sonny, hey, don't give him to Drew. He's going to come up with another reason. That I get. But now it feels like vindictive against Carly. Like, now you waited to get this whole revenge. I'm like, okay, great. So now we're all going to go get revenge for old shit? Let's all work down the line then. Now's not the time. It just annoyed me so much. And really, if Tracy wants to be yelling at someone, she should be yelling at Willow. Because, okay, so we have Willow and Nina. And Nina was making a lot of sense with Willow about listening to Drew and like he's got her doing all this stuff. And she was like, hey, this is crazy. You're mad that they're keeping your kids from you while you're keeping their son from them. Like, no one's really winning here. No one's looking good. And Willow just sounds so stupid. She's like, I tried to compromise. How did you try to compromise when you said, hey, the only way you can see your son and have access to his like medical care and take care of him? Because Willow's not doing that. All those tears outside his room was not about him. The only way they could have like that access is if they give back the kids. That's not a compromise. That's blackmail. You're in the wrong. And yet she's acting like, no, I have to do this because Drew. I love that Nina's like, hey, this is crazy. You're listening to Drew too much. But hey, Nina, you were happy for her to listen to Drew when it got you in with Willow. You can't turn it off now. You can't turn off the faucet now. So, like, and then I liked when Nina went to Ava and was like, just going like down the line, like, this is crazy. And basically saying, Drew wants revenge on Sonny and Carly and the Quartermains. For what? Not quite sure. But he wants revenge on Sonny, Carly, and the Quartermains, and he's basically using Willow to do it because Willow's just following along blindly, like she's in his thrall, and Nina doesn't understand how to fix it. Ava would like her to just tell Willow that she was sleeping with Drew, but I think we've gone past that. Also, I want someone else to tell her doing it, but it coming from Nina, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to push her closer to Drew and away from Nina. But I like that both Nina and Ava are like, what the hell is wrong with Willow? Like, keeping Sonny and Carly away from Michael while he's like, in intensive care in the burn unit because she can't get her kids. She looks awful. Then we have fucking Chase. Brooklyn, come get your husband. When Willow had a moment of clarity, when she was basically saying everything that Joss said to her about, hey, look at my pattern, the cult, Shiloh, Chase, Michael, Drew, like, she's basically saying, oh my God, am I looking for saviors? And Chase goes, no, you're not. I'm like, Chase, you're too close to it because you're one of the saviors. And if you acknowledge that that she has a pattern and that she's looking for saviors, no, she's not looking for family. She's looking for someone to save her because she grew up in a cult. And so she's always looking for someone to, tell her what to do. Then you would have to acknowledge the fact that whatever you had at that time was not quite real, and that she was basically using you. But you can't admit that. So you have to tell her, oh, no, no, no. You're not looking for a savior. You're looking for a family. And your family is your kids, not the husband that helped you get those kids, but those kids. And so do whatever you need to do to have your family, which is basically giving her carte blanche to continue to hold Michael's proxy over Sonny and Carly's head until she gets her children. Don't listen to Chase. He's an idiot. And then at the end of the episode, he goes running to Tracy to play savior once again for Willow, where he's like, you need to give the kids back. No, let Willow go talk to Tracy. Everyone's trying to talk to Tracy. Everyone's trying to like, blah, blah, blah. Sonny and Carly can't do it. Jason's not going to do it. Let Willow do it. You're big and bad with Sonny and Carly. Be like, I'm not going to let them push me around. You can use the proxy against them, you know, without care. But you can't confront Tracy Quartermaine? I'm going to need her to actually confront Tracy, because right now, once again, there's another man coming to save her ass.